I'm Aspie Answers to those who are new, and I welcome you. I'm a content creator, host for my podcast, author as you will, and what have you. So I'm going to remind you, if you haven't seen it or not or read about it, I was actually written a book about 2016 of June 2016 to be exact. And if you want to find out more about the book, hopefully the trailer versus everything else should be under my book journey update on the playlist of YouTube versus also Insane This. This is also based on the idea of when I did a quick video interview with Anita Capaldi, so on and so forth, and that insaneness that I was hoping to basically, based on the dating and relationships perspective from an autistic female, which is myself. And this one will cover, hopefully, for now, that I started the drafting of 18th of Jan 2023. So I'm going to share with you, hopefully, different parts of the journey throughout with the lives through Facebook, Instagram, anywhere else that you find me or follow me on right now. And just a quick reminder also based on this, that I also had to do a quick new profile on Instagram, Twitter, and everywhere else after being hacked, which was really annoying because now I have to recover all the photos, videos, and everything else that I can think of that is going to be what have you on my Instagram, especially so that we can actually go there. And I want to quickly say hi to Joe. Obviously, he's just popped on. Hopefully everything is well with you, so to speak. And in saying this, also quick one also as a mention, as a shout out, thanks to Father La, who actually pushed me to put a title out for the name of this new book, of the second book especially, which is Joining or Connecting the Dots. So anyone who's watching, please feel free to comment below after this video is finished. Based on the comments, hopefully, if it is there for a section where you can comment based on the title Joining or Connecting the Dots, which will sound more intriguing to you guys who likes to read books. And also another question I want to throw at you is also, do you want it as an ebook or a format? So yeah. Same here in New Zealand, mate. I'll tell you, it's hot here in New Zealand as well. It's been hot in the last few weeks, and especially some other, weather conditions as well that's been going on. If you've been watching the news or what have you about Cyclone Gabrielle that has actually came into New Zealand, as well as some of the Aucklanders with their flooding, first and foremost, before the Cyclone Gabrielle came on board, so to speak, of the flooding escapade that happened last week, sort of thing, that lasted a good 19 hours. But back to this anyways, before I hopefully lose track of thought, sorry. So some of the stuff or topics that will be covered in this book especially will be similar to my old book, tips and advice hopefully at the end of each chapter that needs to be there. Also, some of it also deemed will be similar to my actual old book as well, to bring out, to hopefully give you a brief overview for any of the new potential readers. Also, hopefully there'll be a link where you can find my old book if you are interested in buying, so you can get to grips what I'm sharing, because it's also based on the little live video. Oh, real? Okay, you might have to share that with me later, Joe, there, so to speak. So, as I was mentioning, that with the content based on the older version, it will be similar based on it, and some of it will be more in depth before we get into the main topic, which is the dating and relationships from an autistic female perspective, which is me. And in saying this, some of the topics also will include dating, relationships, courting, and everything else in between of that, which will be biblical and also in a psychological perspective, balancing up. But I'm going to make sure also when I'm sharing this book, when I write it, based on my lived experiences also in the nearing the end of the book, hopefully, fingers crossed, depending on how big the book. I'm just hoping it won't be too big, but it should be not too big for you all to read. You know, it might be a big, thick, chunky book for the second part of the series of Life of an Aspie series, especially. In saying this, also based on this will be like based on my new diagnosis. If you haven't seen the new diagnosis of the video story of mine, which is your my ADHD journey in New Zealand, especially how I came about it and of the reassessment and that, hopefully I'll be able to link some of these videos in the description box below me or somewhere. And also in saying this, to create a poll. Also in saying this, basically on this, I want to add that when I'm nearing the end of the stage, I'm still trying to visualize the end product based on the book cover design, especially if you guys want to help me into deciding based on this life of the Aspie series of connecting or joining the dots, depending on the actual title. Let me know what you guys have in mind, and I might kindly give you guys a mention in the mentions box, as well as anything else that is deemed necessary. And saying this, basically for the book also, like, I'm hoping to cover, which I don't want to disclose too much, but the last part of the book is in the second one will be also messages to the readers of what I've learned based on my lived experiences with my dating and what have you right now. And in saying this, I'm hoping the next part of the update will be letting you know based on my milestones that have been completed or not. So enough for the do, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the other side, and I'll keep you posted. Stay tuned. God.